Edward here from erviewer.com. I have another video for you. I'm exploring continually my own threshold of awareness. What is the threshold of awareness? Why do we have one? What exists beyond the threshold of awareness? In remote viewing, in these explorations, we can see that beyond the threshold of awareness is our ability to have access to the universe, to infinity, to all points in time and space. And we can convert whatever state that exists into mental processes that we can then describe and attempt to comprehend. But from my explorations, beyond the threshold is where we already comprehend them. They have already been comprehended. We can exist within them. It's our beyond the threshold is our genius. We are a genius consciousness. Above the threshold, we are locked in a state of stupidity. We can, based on what we can see and touch and taste and smell, we're locked into this threshold of stupidity. Beyond that is who we are, our true genius. And that's what my attempt is an attempt to access even a sliver of that, and to experience even the smallest amount of it. Edward from erviewer. Edward here from erviewer.com. I have another video for you. This again is my continued exploration of my own threshold of awareness and the questions that I have about it. Why do we have one? What is the nature of the threshold? How was it created? Did we create our own threshold of awareness? Was it a mechanism placed upon us? Is it something that exists within our DNA that we find ourselves trapped within? What exists beyond the threshold of awareness? In my view, in my experience of all of exploration with remote viewing for all of these years, it is my point of view that what exists beyond the threshold of awareness is our true nature, our genius. Our genius exists beyond the threshold of awareness. When we say someone is a genius, what does that mean? In my point of view, is that they have tapped through the threshold of their own awareness, and that which exists below it is what is coming through, and we call that genius. They've tapped into their true nature. That's what I'm attempting to experience with this process. I call it perceptual expressionism. Why do I call it perceptual expressionism? Because it is an expression of our true being. It is an expression of who we are. Perceptually, yes, we are interpreting these points in time and space. We are converting them from whatever state they exist in into mental processes that we can speak and draw out, and things that we understand based on the language that we have developed, so that we can exist above this threshold of awareness. That's what the conversion is for. It's dumbed down for us. What comes out after a remote viewing session is the dumbed down version of what exists within our true genius, which is what we are beyond the threshold of this, beyond this threshold. What are we? Who are we beyond this barrier? How was the threshold created? Did we invent it ourselves? Is it a formulation, a combination of our creative core and our emotional fear? Did those two things combine and create a threshold of awareness? That's my question. Was it placed upon us, or something that was written into our DNA? These are the questions that I have. I don't care about describe the target for me, give me the information, where's the oil, or describe the Russian ship. I don't care about any of that stuff. I don't care about any of that stuff. The only thing that is interesting to me is, who are we? What is the threshold of awareness? Why do we have one? How do we break through it? What exists? Who are we beyond it? Who are we without it? That's what I'm curious about. That's what these sessions are about. So I hope you find that interesting, and many more to come. What's below the threshold? Our genius is below the threshold. below the threshold. Our genius is below the threshold. How do you express that? Allow it. Allow the genius. Genius decoding. Below the threshold. Below the threshold. Below the threshold. 2095. Whites, silver, tan, open, round, flat, tubular, inside, angular, large, moving, steamy or humid. 2095. Angular, large. I'm getting an image comparator of a boat or a shape, and the shape like this. 2095. 2095. 2095. Angular, long, outside. I'm getting another comparator here of like a shipping dock. Or a strip. Runway. Road. These are comparators. Horizon. A horizon. Get some room here. Two zero nine five. 2095. In, curved, glassy, smooth, tubular, vertical, angular, large, angular, large, silver, green, blue, silver, green, blue, voices, people, random thought, or unimpeded camping. Blue, whites, metallic, silver, green, metallic, looping, people, voices, angular. This kind of random or unabated closet, or inside, inside. Inside. Two 095. Dipping. Flat. Distant. Flat and distant. Moving or moving away. Moving or moving away. Did I get this sense that there may be something in the air? Possibly. This flat area. The flat area is interesting to me. The flatness is interesting to me. Why? Why? Flat area. There's an aesthetic here. There's an aesthetic here. There's an aesthetic here. It reminds me of the open road. Reminds me of the open road. Like a road. A road. Or a highway. A highway. A flat area. Flat area. What does it remind me of? Open road. Yeah, like a street. A street. A street. What else is... Hang on. There's the aesthetic here. Straight line. Straight line. That's my AI. Reminds me of the open road, but there's an aesthetic there. You know, there's quietness to it. And but that's just my aesthetic of the idea. My aesthetic of the idea. Two zero nine five. Looping people, carrying people, people. $2095. Sloping, curved, angular, large, moving, getting this kind of idea of grassy, and soft. There's also hard and solid. Plain. Strip or a landing strip. What else? Still not getting anything. Still not getting anything that feels super solid to me. Really solid. Bring it into the idea generation. What is the idea of it? What is the idea of it? This is giving me the idea word of evacuation. Or leaving, moving across, evacuation. Evacuate. That word has a lot of meanings to it. Evacuation, moving, leaving. Evacuation, leaving, moving. What? What is the idea of it? 2095. Looping, people. What? flat area. What are the ideas of it? What are the ideas of it? What are the ideas of it? You have a street, a road, a pavement. A road, a pavement. Yeah. An area. It's like the area is the most important. Well, I'll say is most interesting to me. It's like a flat area. Reminds me of like a parking lot. Give me memory comparisons of an airplane with airplanes on it or something like that. Alright, reminds me of a parking lot, but pavement, it's the texture of the ground. It's kind of rough and coarse. It's the texture of the ground. It's the ground. It's coarse, feels hot, or warmed from the sun, like that. That kind of thing. Coarse texture of the ground. Like a parking lot. Right there. It reminds me of a parking lot. People come in and go out. Either walking or in vehicles. Or planes, if it has to do with airplanes, but a parking lot. People come in and go out. What else about it? There's something more interesting than that. See, it's the importance of this. The importance of this. The importance of this. What is so important about that? What is so important about a runway? What is so important about a parking lot? You couldn't arrive there without it. It is designated specifically for arrival. It's built for that. It's built for that. What's so important about a parking lot? It's built specifically for arrival and departure of vehicles. What's so important about a runway? Same thing. What's so important about a runway, though, is safety. Safety. A runway makes it safe to take off and land. It makes it safe. What's so important about a road on a highway? It makes it convenient. It's more than convenience. It's not just convenient. It's the fastest. It's faster. What is convenience to? What is convenience? Engineered. It's engineered. It's the quickest way to get to the destination. It's faster. A paved road. It's safer. It's designated. What else? What else? There's more to it. There's more to it. What else about a road? What else is important about it? There's another word. There's another word other than convenience. It is what? It's what? It's what? It's what? Convenient or what? It's convenient. It is... It's what? What's the word? It's on the tip of my tongue. It's right below the threshold. It's right below the threshold where I understand what I'm trying to say here. Right below the threshold is where I'm trying to understand. Right below the threshold is where I understand what I'm trying to comprehend above the threshold. I completely understand it below the threshold. What's the other word other than convenient? It's not just convenient. It's not just economical. It's not just engineered. It's what? It's ingenuity. That's more along the lines of it. It's engineered. It's what's that? What is that word? Ingenuity. That's what was put into it. How to get there faster. How to get there faster. Smarter. That's the thought put into it. It's a thought put into it. How to get there. It's the ingenuity. The mapping of terrain. Even if whether it's a parking lot or a road, they have to engineer it. They have to engineer it. But is that what's most interesting to me? To comprehend the thought that goes into a parking lot or a landing strip. Or a road. The ingenuity. involved in it, mapping an area, finding the fastest way to get there. That feels like one part of this. Is that what the point is of the point, time, and space? I'm getting images in my mind now of like this creation of a foundation. The foundation. That's really, if I brought it down to its main, what is a landing strip? What is a road? What is a parking lot? It is a foundation. A foundation that is strong enough to hold things that are on top of it. A foundation.